Okay, so today this video is going to be a whole lot different. And, basically, that's because I am sharing my life story with you. And, it's just a little bit too painful to make a video with it. So I'm just gonna kind of like do it like this. Don't judge me. I can do it however I want. And there's gonna be like a small amount of cuts probably. I hope there's not gonna be too many. I don't know why. I just do. But anyways, yeah, wait. One more thing. Thanks for 32 subscribers so far. I'm very happy that people actually watch my videos and I'm not just like one of those small videos that has like 2 subscribers and don't like have a lot of people that like to watch them. And also, what do you guys think? Do you think I improved a lot? I think with my video, probably with like all my series, I'm gonna be doing that thing. I'm not gonna reveal my secret to where like some of you might know, but how I make my LPS like look like they're walking without putting my fingers on them doing this. You probably would know like what I'm talking about if you watched my newest episode of my series Fight Back. For those of you who are wondering, I think there's going to be about like 10 or 11 episodes in total, I think. That's what I'm going for. But anyways, I guess we could get started to my life story. So first off, I would say that I would like to tell you that my dad used to be in the military and he did Air Force. And so we moved a lot because like he had to just kind of go wherever his job told him to go, like go here, go there, go there. So we moved a lot, that's my point. And so I was born in Virginia, all the way across the continent from where I am now. I am in California right now. Anyway, so I didn't have a lot of memories there because I was so young. And not too long after I was born, then we had to fly to Texas. So we flew to Texas. I do not remember that flight because I was so young. But we flew to Texas and, can't really remember that much. But so the first memory that I can for sure memorize there, let's go to one of my other memories first before this bad one. Well, I made a best friend in preschool and her name was Lily. And I believe that she had 7 siblings. I have no idea though. I'm actually pretty happy I remember her because she was like my only friend in the grade I was in, so yeah. Anyways, so a few years later, when I think it was about like when I was 4 or maybe 3. Basically what happened, me and my older brother, we were playing on his bed and he was tossing me up in the air and I was landing on the bed and we were just having fun. And then all of a sudden, he kind of threw me at a bad angle and I rolled over and I hit the corner of my dresser and I hit the floor and I got a bloody head. And basically why I'm telling you this is because when this happened, it affected something in my brain, I guess, my head, called the pituitary, and that makes you grow, and that is why I'm small. No, it's not just because nature made me small. No, it's not that simple. So basically, after that, I don't remember a lot of things that happened after that because I guess I had a bit of memory loss, and I'm thinking that probably affected some of the memories I made in Virginia and the ones earlier on in Texas. After that happened, I'd say maybe a year after that happened, my mom was pregnant with my little brother. And once he was born, the doctors discovered that actually he had Down syndrome. He seemed like a normal child when he was younger. Like he seemed like any normal child, but as he started getting older, like we expected him to start walking sooner than he did. But basically, he would army crawl instead of walking for a long time. And he did not learn to talk for a long time. And actually, to this day, he still does not know how to talk. He is 7 years old currently. But basically, I get to live with the Down syndrome brother. But I love it so much because there are these reports on it. I'd say Down syndrome people are some of the happiest people alive. They're mostly happy, but they don't even know why. So a lot of the times, he just gives me a lot of affectionate and love and kisses, and he can definitely tell when I'm not feeling good, and he'll come give me a hug. But it still is a little bit hard at sometimes when he gets frustrated and he doesn't know how to communicate to us. But so basically, about 2 years after he was born, we moved to California. And I definitely do have my memories here because it was about like 3 years later after my little incident thing, and I was getting my memory back. And well, so my first memory when I came to California was walking in the doors of my house and seeing how big and beautiful it was. My house is considered a mini mansion. It's kind of weird when you think about it. But also, I have a bridge, and if I had more flooring on the second floor, like full flooring, then it would probably be considered a full mansion. Well, not a full mansion, but kind of like a small mansion. But yeah, basically that's just like my house, and that's why I was so amazed. It took a while to move in, like it took a month, and I actually made a lot of good memories here. It was 2 weeks after we moved in that we started school, and I got to go to kindergarten, and I did not want to go to kindergarten. I felt like very sad because I didn't have my best friend with me anymore, and I didn't know what to expect. Like, there were all these new kids, it's like going to a new school. You never know what to expect. You're always nervous. And me, I was like 6? I think I would say 6. But I was very nervous, and kindergarten wasn't very my best experience of any grades. I didn't have a lot of friends. I was pretty shy and silent, and sometimes I got in trouble for, let's just say, keeping the mean things, like, out of my head instead of in my head. Oops. But anyways, I don't know. I just didn't have that much friends in that grade. I had a couple, like 2 or 3 that I hung, but not that often because they would always be playing with other kids and not just me. So finally, I guess kindergarten was over, and then I didn't really remember my break, so then it was first grade. Then I started making a lot of good friends. My teacher was a teacher from a different school that was working here for a year because she wanted to see if she wanted to switch schools. I don't know why she would want to do that, but basically I was pretty lucky to have her because that was the only year I could get to have her. So her name was Miss Branson, and she was very nice. I still got in trouble a little bit, but just not as much as I did in kindergarten. And I made a lot of friends because we did a lot of socializing. She, made us do a lot of socializing. We would literally have to, go say, hey, good morning, and she would let us have our own conversation for 15 minutes in the morning. And we would have, a little stretch in the morning and, calming down. And we had this little marble jar. Every time we were good, she'd put some marbles on there, and if we filled it up all the way to the top, then we'd get a donut party, which was really cool. We had a split class with kindergartners and first graders. And, yeah, so that's kind of that's first grade. And I don't really think there's much on second grade I need to talk about. But in third grade, okay, so here comes more things to ruin my life. So basically, I was then diagnosed with a disease called Crohn's disease. Now, I'm guessing none of you know what that is, so I'm going to have to explain. basically Crohn's disease makes you get like, or not makes you, but it's when you have like inflammation inside you, like whether it's in like your kidneys or your stomach or just some type of organ. And so basically I had like a rash in there. That's basically what inflammation is. And it gets all red and irritated. And basically this makes you have to stop eating certain foods, otherwise it'll get worse and then you'll start like bleeding inside. So that's scary, especially because I was like, 7 or 8 years old, and I was already going through something as scary as that. But basically, I had to go off of dairy, wheat, and corn for a whole year. And I know this sounds rude, but hear me out. I avoided going to birthday parties unless they didn't have pizza or ice cream cake, because I would feel so unincluded because I couldn't have dairy, I couldn't have wheat, so technically I couldn't have cake either. But basically, it just made me super sad if I went to birthday parties and they had something that I couldn't have. Basically, my parents started going off with all the things that I couldn't eat, otherwise I would feel really sad about it. And I was absent a lot in those days. And then another time in 3rd grade, I had to get my tonsils removed. I can't really give you an explanation what tonsils are. There's just these balls in the back of your throat, and it's really weird. I'm not sure. I don't think they have a purpose because I got mine removed, and I don't feel any different. Well, I do. I can breathe better. That's the point. But basically, I would have like some trouble breathing, and I would get short of breath a lot. So got those removed, and that just kind of kept me out of school for a while. And I had a lot of absent days, especially as I was trying to overcome my disease, and I was trying to do medications and stuff, and sometimes I had to go to the doctors and get an IV, basically this tube where they put medicine in you that makes you better. And I got about 3 of those that year, and it did make me improve, though I hated it. And my mom would have probably given me more, but I was traumatized so much. I actually felt pain the whole time, which is kind of weird because they say that nobody else feels that, but like, I don't think they're putting it in right. I had this newer doctor, and I don't think she was putting it in right because I always felt it going in. Okay, I'm sorry if you're talking about that. It's very uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable too. But anyways, off of that subject, I kind of missed a lot of days in 3rd grade. I am surprised that I passed that grade. But I did start getting better, and I did so much better after I went off dairy, and I didn't have as big as a rash. And this is still kind of something I try to overcome nowadays. This is a disease that you kind of live with your whole life. It just kind of gets better, but it never really goes away. I don't have a lot of inflammation right now. I'm doing a lot better now, and now I'm in 5th grade. There's not much to say in 4th grade. I was doing a lot better. But in 5th grade, I still have this thing. Basically, I think what happened is that because we didn't find out that I had Crohn's disease for a while, so what happened is that this one spot in my kidneys, I don't know, where your food passes through and then you have to poo it out. I'm sorry, I don't know how else to say it. But basically I had some inflammation there, and it kind of swelled up, and it got smaller and smaller. So it's tight right there, and I really can't do anything about that. Just eat softer food, something that isn't as rough, and I have to go on this diet that I kind of have to stay on forever. So right now, the diet I'm on right now is that I can barely have dairy or barely have wheats. Otherwise, it will trigger it, and it will start hurting and getting inflamed. And it just kind of puts me in pain sometimes, and it really bothers me a lot. But that I hate because that got worse over the years somehow. It kind of just constantly kind of shrunk up a little bit more, but it's staying the same right now. It can't really get any smaller. But basically that makes it really hard, and it makes me feel very weird when stuff is passing through. And it makes me very uncomfortable. I'm limiting myself to maybe every 2 weeks have like one cheat day every 2 weeks with dairy or wheat. Like I'm thinking, I don't think I'm gonna do it every week because I just don't think that's as good. But I'm thinking maybe every like 2 weeks I could have ice cream or something. I do have wheat sometimes, but not a lot of it. Like the most I would have is a small piece of toast or like a small sandwich, not much. So there's a lot of things I had to erase off my diet, but this is also very scary for me because this limits me off of a lot of food that I can eat. And we don't have a lot of food that I can eat other than meat and vegetables and fruit, and that's literally kind of it. So this scares me because I don't know what to eat, and sometimes I accidentally starve myself without even knowing. Yeah, that's scary for me because I don't want to happen to like have another disease that occurs when you starve yourself, kind of. But that's very scary. Maybe I'll update you guys again on how my life is going. But basically, that's kind of it so far. Basically, those are the things that are going on in my life that just like, that's why I have a hard life. This is why I told you my life isn't easy. I have to overcome these things, and I still have to take some medicine. It's not the IVs. It's just like some medicine that I drink and take some pills. But it's still very hard because I'm still young. But anyways, this is my life story. Well, I don't know if I should really say I hope you guys enjoyed. I don't feel like that's what I would say. But yeah, I hope you guys have a fishtastic and Pawsome day. Bye, guys.